The ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Coming out with it, it's Jamison. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Syracuse's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Snagged in the middle. It's Haynes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A 3rd and long coming up here. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Coming after it. Lost the defense, he's wide open. All kinds of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Looking for a gap. It's Hart. Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Syracuse.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Noles. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jamison. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Hart. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Off the play fake. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He makes the connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Florida State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. He tries to take the top off. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's loose. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida State. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense.
Afterburners coming. Past the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Second down coming up. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Makes the catch. It's Blackburn. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun. Wants to pass. Trying to get to him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws toward the end zone. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Noles headed quickly to the line. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean,
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Gets it out fast. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. The play action fake. Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Orange.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll try the run. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll ride Davis here. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Feeling some heat. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires the pass, intercepted. No real chance on the return.
Intercepted.
To 34.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance. And they got him for the sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We are locked up to start the second half. And, guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. Two very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way. So for this offense right here, this drive, to start off the second half, David, they need to put something together and really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on fourth down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this second half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Touch pass on the run. Across the 45. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. Touchdown Seminoles. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Offense set on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Slings it downfield. Pulls it in. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Getting some heat. Grabbed in the backfield, it's hard.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They go to the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on second down. He fires one deep down the right side. And he holds it in at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Knowles! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Syracuse, 14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with. Okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And that pass picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's not where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very simple.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. 5 receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Blackburn.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to Davis. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Trying to impose their will with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That's the end of the quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Got it, looking for the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Florida State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Jamison. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together, throwing the football in there. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. At the 35, he's open. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Syracuse right back at him.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this?
The expressway is wide open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They want to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sideline, it's Blackburn. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And the ball is picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. And guys, the defense wants to get in the quarterback's face, but you can't get a roughing call that gives the offense a 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He unleashes a long one. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's back to throw on second down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. On third down, going up top. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
The attempted throw is incomplete. It leads to second down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, he'll fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. That's caught. It's Blackburn. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. The snap sets up the throw. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and they're trying to get something going here. Obviously, you got to make something happen quick late in the 4th quarter, and that might be their last chance, their last real shot. Now they turn the football over, and it's just not looking good. That clock is really working against them.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's looking deep. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition